Hello, good day, good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about philosophy, right? The importance of philosophy in life. A lot of people actually have incorrect information on the basis of some stereotypes about philosophy. So some of them say philosophy is a lot of talks, a lot of blah, blah, blah. Some of them say that people that study philosophy go crazy, go mad. This is all incorrect. Philosophy is all about the questions. It's all about questions. The questions about the universe, the existence of the universe, the existence of the universe. You might ask questions. The first question you might ask is, why do I exist? Who am I? Who is he? Right? What is this universe? Why do we exist? Where are we going? Who created the universe? Why do we have too many languages? Why do we have too many religions? Right? Why do we have wars? Why do we have too many countries? Why do we have currency? Why do we have too many ideologies? What is the history of all of us? What is the history of the world? What is the history of philosophical schools? Right. When you start with questions, have to be curious, have to know what's going on. You are in a car. Why? How did this car function? You are in a computer. Right. The first time I was given a computer when I was a student, I was like asking, what happened when I click on the keyboard? What is the binary message? What is the binary system? What happened to the screen? Why do we see these things in the screen? What is the voltage? Right? What is the electricity? Right? All questions that you have, science can actually search for those. Why do we have different human behavior? Why do we have people act like this and people act like that? Why do we have sick people? Why do we have mentally sick people? Right? When you have these questions and you are in the field, it's going to help you actually understand yourself, or trying to understand yourself and try to understand the other. Philosophy is the key. I mean, I remember when I was talking to one of the psychologists, and he's in France right now. I'm not going to mention his name. We were discussing these things, and then he told me a person that does not a worldview, that does not have a worldview, cannot be considered in the intellectual world. It's all about how you leave your trace, your name in history. And those people that are living just like this, just like inheriting things and just doing things on a daily basis, the same things, same whatever they inherited, are not really human beings. They are like slaves. Although the word slave is a little bit harsh. What is the difference between you and an animal or a machine? Right? Now, even with the industrial revolution, with the technical revolution of AI now has more intelligence than a lot of folks. If you ask AI any questions, they can give you an answer, right? But you don't know the answer. And sometimes you tell me, no, don't ask these questions. No, why? Why? I should ask any questions. You have to be curious in order to survive. And that's it. Thank you.